Libra, welcome to your reading. So I'm just going to jump right in and find out about your current energy. What is it that you need to focus on? Wow. Tell me about your strength. What else do you need to know? Hopes or fears? And your potential outcome? So looking here, bottom of the deck, this High Priestess feels a lot like you need to start trusting that things are going to work out instead of trying to force things to work out. If you're one that just, maybe you're very regimented, you like things a certain way and you always have to do things that way, maybe just this once you allow things to kind of happen when they're supposed to happen and you don't try to force it, because there's something here about forcing it and not being happy about that. I'm getting the Lovers here in reverse, and I'm getting the Ace of Wands in reverse as your current energy and the influence of it. So this could be about a relationship and it just isn't what you thought it might be from a passion standpoint or something like that. There's something here in this energy, or there's some sort of choice that you made that maybe looked great at the outset, but maybe right now you're thinking, not so sure. The universe wants you to focus on healing. It's definitely some healing that needs to happen here. 9 of Wands in your past position. So this is all about having your guard up, not allowing yourself to be vulnerable. This is definitely something that you were doing in your past. And this is where I feel like you're forcing things. Maybe you weren't quite ready to completely open up, but you were forcing yourself to do it. And in that process, you might have been forcing a situation to occur, or maybe even accelerate in a way that you just you weren't ready for it. 4 of Wands in reverse. I'm actually getting that here too, that you're not quite ready for this big overarching commitment, a marriage even. This feels a lot like you do need to heal before you can get here. This feels like something that you do want, but right now you're not quite ready for it. I am getting the 5 of Wands in reverse. So if there was any kind of complications, any challenges, obstacles, whatever it was in this relationship, or even just in general, by allowing yourself to go with the flow and things happen in their own time, you're actually going to start overcoming these challenges without even trying. 8 of Wands in reverse. This is going to move at a slower pace than maybe what you were expecting or even wanted here. And the reason that it is the moon, so there is something here that's hidden from you that you're just not quite seeing very clearly. There is going to come a point in time where you're going to understand the full scope of everything, but right now there's a piece that you're not seeing. 3 of Cups in reverse. So this is a fear for you. You are tired of being unhappy. You don't want to be unhappy. Nobody ever wants to be unhappy. And that's really sitting in your fear position. What I really like about this potential outcome is that you're finally going to get outside, of your own head. So if you've been spending a lot of time analyzing, thinking, and just kind of coming up with, okay, in this situation, I'm going to do this. And if this is said, I'm going to do this. And if this happens, I'm going to do this. Seeing that Hermit in reverse tells me that you finally start letting yourself go with the flow and that you're not so stuck on things being a certain way. Let's start clarifying and see what else is happening here. Tell me about the Lovers in reverse. 7 of Wands. Tell me about the Ace of Wands in reverse. Magician in reverse. Okay, so what's happening here is, in an effort to not be manipulated or not feel manipulated in any way, you are putting your guard up. You are very self-defensive at the moment. And what that is actually doing, it's kind of souring what's happening around you, because you're looking at it from a negative viewpoint instead of from a positive. You're focused on things that aren't working instead of things that are. Tell me about the Star. Four of Swords in reverse. So this is great. Things are going to move forward. I don't see a break if this is another person, and I am getting pretty clearly that it is another person. This is some sort of romantic relationship. I don't see a break happening, but what I actually get from this relationship is there is a sense of healing, but it's something that you have to allow in. It's not going to be an automatic thing. It's not going to happen regardless of your behavior. It's going to happen if you allow it to happen. Tell me about this Nine of Wands. High Priestess in reverse. This is because you're not trusting. You're not trusting the process. You're not trusting how things are going to progress. And again, with this Seven of Swords energy, you're feeling like you need to protect yourself in some way. So your guard is up. It's sitting in your past position. So that energy is actually coming away from you. You're moving away from it. Tell me about this Four of Wands energy. Judgment in reverse. So the good news about this is you may not be 100% ready for a marriage, some sort of like really solid commitment like that, but you're also not close to it either. With the Judgment card in reverse, you've made no decision either way. This is something that you're absolutely open to. What I really like about what the energy is moving towards is that you're becoming very receptive to going with the flow and to allowing things to develop in their own time and not forcing things. This is actually going to give you the opportunity to really figure out exactly what you want, what would make you happy. Five of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands. Interesting. So this is actually movement forward. This is, because we have the Eight of Wands out here twice. So these obstacles and challenges are going to kind of fall away from you pretty quickly. You may not even, it may be just one day you feel like they're there and the next day you don't. That's how this energy is going to present itself. In general, I do see it kind of happening, or maybe it's been happening slowly for you. Yeah, Justice card. So this is your card. This is you. This is all about balance. This is stability. This is all of it. So when I look at the Eight of Wands in reverse with this Justice card, this balance had to happen in its own time. This is not something that you could force. It does feel like you're going through the process, and that's what this situation is all about. So the Moon, I've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. So very interesting here. Until you can see things clearly, you're not really going to get what you want. And so you have to allow everything to present itself in its time. Three of Cups in reverse. Temperance. Talk about timing. It's all about timing. That's exactly what this represents. So Temperance is the card of Sagittarius, and it is also about optimism and just learning, developing, growing. And that's really what you want here. You want to stop being unhappy and you want to start growing as a person. You want to evolve, but it's going to happen in its own time. Tell me about the Hermit in reverse. King of Swords. So what I like about this is you are releasing this way of behaving. You're releasing these old patterns, getting stuck in your head, overanalyzing. That's what this King of Swords is. This is somebody who decides that there are certain things that no longer serve me, and I'm going to release them. And that's exactly what you're doing here. So let's get any last messages from the universe. Very interesting. So I am going to point out that that Hermit card is the Virgo, and the card that came out here was Full Moon in Virgo, and it says you are good enough. So if you felt like that was what was holding you back, the universe is letting you know you are good enough. So Libra, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.